Alrighty guys, this is how to splice two wires together. You just kind of twist, you strip them, and then you just kind of twist them together, and then you let that son of a bitch heat up. And once that is hot, actually just get in on the action. It smells like it's getting toasty. You take this here soldering wire, and then you just kind of melt it. And you try not to breathe too much of this shit in, because I assume it's not healthy. I don't know.
But just the possibility of meeting the creature again was enough to fill them with a
solder.
Dread. The abominations they fought were all powerful and dreadful too. Out of the 5 of them, Netta seemed to be affected the least. However, she was struggling with her own burden. Looking at the flawlessly white expanse of white dunes, she shook her head and sighed.
Probably shouldn't breathe that in, but I'll do what I want.
One day, or at least not so soon. For them, this land was called the Nightmare Desert simply because it was the source of the chain of nightmares. But for Nephis, it was the source of her personal nightmares. She had never spoken about her time here in detail, but Sunny knew that it must have been a gruesome experience. Gruesome enough that the proud and strong changing star...
Shit is hot. I should probably turn this down a teensy tiny bit. Let's set her at 300, because that sounds reasonable.
Nightmares were not things one could easily forget. I can imagine. No, actually I don't think I can. Sunny had only spent a day in the Nightmare Desert, and that was, as a master, in the company of other people. Yet the sight of endless white dunes was already making him feel a hint of despair. What would it have been like to get lost in this cursed land alone, as a powerless sleeper? We're getting close. Kai's voice distracted him from the heavy thoughts. In front of them, the sand receded a little, and 5 strangely shaped metal towers could be seen protruding from it, arranged in a semicircle.
Turn that shit off, set her over there. I'm back with my heat gun. And now we carry this, put the heat gun away. We move. Then I gotta wiggle it because I didn't do a good job. But anyways, we wiggle that heat shrink over there. We hold on. Some of this heat. Apparently, I got a little overzealous with my my hot thing, and I actually hit some of this heat shrink. Huh. Neat. I'll grab a wire stripper and see if I can wire stripper it.
And being forced to fight for their lives without a real opportunity to rest. Masters of the Great Clan Valor, Great Clan Song, and the government were working together without a second thought. Even though some of the wounds they bore had been delivered by the other humans in the group, no one thought about continuing the feud. All conflict had been forgotten in the face of the ruthless desert. How sweet. Indeed, the spell had a way of bringing people together. It also had a way of bringing nightmare creatures and people together. As soon as their party of 5 entered one of the steel fingers through a narrow crack,
okay guys, remember, don't get too overzealous with your soldering iron, because apparently you can shrink your heat wrap and just cause yourself all kinds of problems. Okay, now then, now that little conundrum is over, we take these 2 yonder guys, and we just kind of blast. Oh, hold on, is that one where it's supposed to be? Yeah, now we just kind of blast them. Yep. Now it's gonna shrink it. Yeah, small and protect my wire and whatnot. Yep, tasty. Hey, now we have
She was standing in
Two.
the center of the hollow tower, listening to the reports of the sea.
This thing is also broken, so that's a problem for another day.
Morgan looked up from a crude leather mat.
Don't worry about that.
and
That's what
glanced in
that is
their
for.
direction with a distant
This is my
expression.
ground. Here's my
Then her
hat.
eyes shivered.
I'm assuming this is a ground for the sensor.
Her voice
And it's
was
supposed to be,
almost
and or it's
motionless.
something to do with the sensor. So now I just gotta connect this wire that's now connected to this guy to that guy.
Changing star.
Mint.
The goblin immediately after noticing the lookouts of the survivor group, while he was greeting Effie, talking to Morgan, informing her of danger, and observing the 7 vessels of the Gate Guardian slowly surrounding them, the ravenous fiend was busy stealthily eating through the exterior of the steel finger. And just then, the tower finally couldn't support its weight and toppled. The cool shade filling its interior was instantly torn apart by blinding sunlight, but plenty of shadows remained. Calling upon them, Sunny instantly manifested dozens of dark tentacles. Some of them wrapped themselves around the bodies of those corpses that had not been buried under countless tons of steel, only to be instantly destroyed. This was just a distraction, though. The rest of the shadow tentacles grabbed the humans and unceremoniously tossed them out of the way of falling metal into the merciless heat of the desert. At the same time, a whirlwind of sparks manifested into transcendent echoes, who threw themselves at the abominations. Everyone used their means to slow the enemy down. There were screams about what he was doing. He grabbed her tightly and stepped through the shadows. An instant later, the two of them appeared a few kilometers away in the shadow of a tall dune. He had pulled her with him into Shadow Step. Sunny stared at Nephis with a startled expression, and she looked at him with wide eyes. What was that? He opened his mouth, then froze for a moment. I just thought that it might work. What would you know? It did. Sunny couldn't bring other living things with him when he stepped through the shadows, but his aspect had already shown that it treated Nephis as an extension of him in certain instances. Or rather, it was more like it treated Sunny as an extension of Nephis. They were connected by shadow bond, which meant that their souls were bound together. Sunny didn't have to like it, but it would be foolish not to use it. Nephis looked at him for a moment, then nodded. Okay. She looked at him some more and added, "You can let go of me now." How many would survive until dawn? The mighty masters were already resembling walking corpses. They were moving forward with grunts of serpents, suffering silently as the terrible heat pressed them into the ground. Their hair and armor were covered in sand. Those with elbow mounts were in the vanguard. Those without simply followed behind. Sunny and Claire were serving as the scouts of the party. Morgan, Nephis, Jeff, Effie, and Thorn were the main strike.
Alrighty, we finally made it. Just to catch you guys up, gas tank back there. That closes now. That wouldn't close before. It's got 4 wheels on her. They're not tight, so fucking I put the seat way back. Damn it. Hey. So I'll turn the light on quick. So we got the key. I hear a fuel pump. She kind of just fires up. That even got a little brighter. Let's see. My lights are. There we go. Oh, she's moving. Oh, it sounds way happier than before when it was running on a couple pounds of fuel. Let's see. See what lights we have working. Left blinker's working. Right blinker's working. That little blinker is working. Left blinker's blinking. Right blinker's blinking. All my blinkers are blinking. All my lights are lighting. Here, tell me if my brakes are working quick, guys. I'm gonna set you down quick. Well, I saw at least one of them with lights was working, so that's a great sign. Ew. Smells funky.